guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to go and take a look at the Tech Super Saiyan 4 BROLY EZA. I do think that this BROLY actually has a little bit of juice to him. He's not like a complete throwaway character, but the problem for this guy is that he starts out really bad. And then he will really build up. Because he builds up his attack and defense with every super attack performed, he becomes quite good later on, but it's a twofold thing. He starts out weak, which, I mean, kind of like in this era of difficult content, or whatever we want to say, you kind of need to be good right away for Fusion Zamasu. And then against Omega, he's in, like, the problem for BROLY is he's tech. The two hardest fights have int AoE phases. So tech characters are in a really tough spot. Like Super Saiyan 4 BROLY, I feel like could be very good for the Omega fight if he was not a tech character. I mean, maybe we'll see what his stats look like once we're fully built up. Because remember, Omega's damage is 500k, right? Plus BROLY is tech, so it's going to be a little bit more. But BROLY is a villain. Right, whereas, like, you know, a super tech character is getting clobbered by Omega. But BROLY probably would be as well, too, right? So he's kind of just held back. If we would get, like, if we'd get a longer fight, the thing is, we've been, for a year, 2 years, if we get a longer fight, yeah, he'll be great. But, you know, that kind of needs to happen. Do we actually think we're going to get, like, a longer fight? Because I'm not really, like, I don't know. So I gave him just offensive stuff. I mean, every once in a while, you guys know I love my defense and dodge builds, but there are characters who I will certainly acknowledge. If you give them a bunch of dodge and stuff like that, like I don't know. Like we could have given him full dodge, which would have made him maybe a little bit more of a competent option against like the AoE fights, but like this guy, I felt like we could just give him full offense and it's probably going to be fine. Because if I'm going to be using him in a fight, it's going to be a fight where, you know, he'll be able to build up and he'll probably be able to tank normals. If he gets hit by a super attack, you know, we get caught, we lose. But at least he should be able to put up some good damage. Let's hop into an event. Let's see how good Super Saiyan 4 BROLY looks. Alright guys, here we are in a fighteroo right here. So let's just go ahead and see how good Super Saiyan 4 BROLY is. Just quickly going over his basics. He's getting 50% attack and defense from his super attack effect. So a bunch of super attacks and his defense probably could be quite good. He gets 150% attack and defense on super, right? So that's kind of the thing, is that he's gonna typically have lower starting defense. Maybe once we're fully built up, the defense will look better. Then he gets 2 key and an additional has a high chance to be a super with a grade 8 power category ally in the same turn. Then he gets a guaranteed additional super if the whole rotation is grade 8 power. And then he gets 30% attack and defense with each super attack performed up to 150%. So basically, with our boy BROLY, we just need the super attack as many times as possible. Now, I kind of gave him, like, crits, we got an attack equip, we've got, like, additional stuff like that, full offensive build, so, you know, hopefully we could see BROLY kind of just, like, terrorize and go nuts here, which is a ton of damage. So, on here, we have the first one. Nice, that's a 50% chance we got. Beautiful, beautiful. We have a lot of support on this opening rotation, by the way, from, we triple supered, okay. I mean, again, he builds up. We need to do 5 supers for him to be fully built up. So it's like that was pretty decent damage considering that's just turn 1. I feel like after a triple super like that, his defense is probably pretty good. Like I feel like BROLY is not bad, but it's just the design of the character, it's just like tough to make what he is work these days against these bosses that have just ridiculous bullshit gimmicks, right? Like, I mean, we could... Yeah, to be fair, BROLY is just not the greatest against basically all fights, right? Like, Red Zone Goku Black ends int, and that Goku Black would wallop Broly. I mean, if he got a lot of super attacks in, he would probably be able to tank normals, but it's that Goku Black would be scary. Then Red Zone Zamasu ends with int. Fusion Zamasu, or Red Zone Zamasu begins with int. Then Fusion Zamasu starts with int. Omega ends with int. Right now, all of the toughest bosses are int. Like, it's, like, right? Like, every single one of them. So, it's just something to keep in mind with Broly being a tech character with no defensive mechanics. I mean, it's like, if he could have a lot of start-to-turn defense, we could get around some of the AoEs, but let's see. Okay, so this is the nice rotation. Alright, so Broly's at, yeah, he's just at 224, huh? I mean, that's just not, like, you can't, like, see, like, that's not, you can't run that. Like, that doesn't work. That's right, like, that's not gonna work. Just flat out. I'm gonna be a little risky biscuit here, and I'm just gonna put him in slot 1. Because I'd like him to get his super attacks off. We could obviously get a couple of attack links next to Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Broly, but just based off of this rotation, I just want to try and get the super attacks in for Super Saiyan 4 Broly before Cell dies. Don't super. Oh, no way! Come on! Are you kidding me? We might live, but that's alright, dude. Well, I mean, that's why, you know, you'd want a little bit more defense right away. I mean, I guess that's what happens when Broly gets hit by int characters before Broly attacks. Bruh, come on. Cell really did that? Okay. Sure. We'll come back probably to Broly's second turn. I can't believe he actually supered like that. Okay. Alright, so we're back here for turn 1 again. Here Broly is starting at 110k defense. So let's just get this turn and then we'll move quickly. Again, I would like to see what Broly is doing once we have him fully built up. Obviously Broly's best partner is going to be EZA Physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, but I mean any Dragon Ball Hero grid power character at like Vegito is giving 60% support to, right? So, and then of course he's, you know, Vegito's got Saiyan Roar and Prepare for Battle and these links that all these other, like, you know, Super Saiyan 4 characters have. Yeah, okay, look at the difference. That's a lot. Like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito gives a massive difference to Broly, right? Vegito is in slot 7, so we'll see him in a second. Alright, so we did not get the Hidden Potential System additional right there, but we still did do 2 super attacks, so it's a decent turn 1. Alright, we'll come back for Broly's next turn. Alright, let's see what we get from Broly on this turn. So remember, right here with the full Grade 8 power rotation, Broly could, quad super right here? Which, I mean, if Broly does do that, I mean, we're talking a lot of damage, and his defense would be quite high as well. Again, because remember, he gets, I mean, he doesn't really have much start of turn defense. It's pretty much all coming on super. But again, that's just kind of the thing where it's like, that's a bit of an issue when all the bosses are what they are, right? Alright, so let's see. So Broly should be able to pretty much spread his wings here. I mean, I guess unless he crits a lot. Let's see what happens. Alright, so here's Super 1. He's at 9.4. Remember, we have Super Saiyan 4 Vegito next to him, so he's going to be looking a lot better. That's a high chance we got a normal. This is a guaranteed right here because we have the full Grade 8 power rotation. So we could do Hidden Potential System, and we didn't get the Hidden Potential System. Yeah, sorry guys. Remember, I'm not Mr. Lucky when it comes to additional luck, unfortunately. All right, Vegito is killing Cell. We'll just come back to Broly's next turn. Okay, so we've done what? 4 supers? So we still need 1 more before Broly is fully built up. All right. So we have a pretty good rotation right here. Would Super Saiyan 4 Vegito die if he doesn't counter? No, I think I actually think he would live. Oh my god, dude, I'll be so annoyed if it's like, alright, we're doing this video and we're dying over and over and over. Alright, so this is the time Fu's orbs fail us. Sort of. Okay. BROLY here is at 300k. I think he needs to do one super attack to fully build up. Vegito, come on. Oh my god, dude, Vegito hasn't been dodging anything lately. Again, remember, he has a coin flip where he just says no to boss's supering. Okay, Broly's at 14 right here. On this turn, we could triple super. Then there's a double, and he gets to 16. Now, I don't need to explain to you guys that this is very big damage he's doing at this point, right? Like, that's like very meaningful damage. Okay. Interesting position for Cell to be attacking. By the way, the cord is killing me here. Today has been the worst I've had it in quite some time. I don't know what to do because I can't buy the cord anymore. Like, it hasn't been in stock for like months, so I got no idea. I don't know. Bruh, everything is so tough. Let's undo some links here, because I would like to do less damage. Hopefully we don't kill Cell. I guess I might want to take this to one of the events where the bosses are immortal. Because, I mean, that's the funny thing about the Dragon Ball Hero team is the damage the team puts up, mainly because of this guy, is just, unheard of. Like, you are just doing so much damage all over the place so fast that these bosses just die. Dude, are you kidding me? He does this now? Bruh, doing these videos is so hard. Y'all will never understand. Man, it's always so frustrating. Now, on this turn, where I would like this turn to just end where we do no damage. I would love to just do no damage right here. It would be cool if you could click a button and choose for none of your characters to attack on this turn. That would be cool. Because then, like, we could just leave Cell as is and not worry about anything. Alright, so this next turn is going to be nice. This guy sucks so bad, by the way. Jesus, you are terrible. We got to do his video still, but oh my god, is he ass. Look at this. What is it, 2019? Bruh. I got it. Why didn't I? He's not gonna super right away, right? We're at 500k right here. This is with Toa's mega support. I mean, how much support is Toa giving? 1 billion% right here, right? Because we were very low on HP, so Toa gives the huge support type buff. What does she give? So Toa gives 40% attack and defense, high chance of an extra 10%, high chance of an extra 10% defense, 10% attack, 10% defense. And then we get the extra 60% because we were below 50%. And then Vegito is giving 60% as well. So, I mean, this is a strong big boy turn. I mean, I don't know. Cell could do damage. This is kind of... Toa is not going to have her dodging, right? So that is a major issue. I mean... Is this gonna happen 2 times in a row? I'm actually nervous Vegito would die too. Like, I feel like any character is potentially gonna die. So, let's just hope that Cell is gonna super attack after BROLY attacks. That's what we're gonna hope for. Awesome. Yes, perfect. And then BROLY's at 20. And he could do 3 of these. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's BROLY, right? I mean, that's... I mean, I don't... The offensive build certainly makes sense for this guy. You just kind of, like, keep him away from attacks. And, like, on a turn like that, where he starts with 500k defense, I mean, again, remember, he's getting 150% defense on super, And then every super attack effect is giving him... no, excuse me, it's 30% defense. He gets 30% defense from his super attack effect. But still, like, if he's doing, 2, 3, maybe even 4 supers on a turn, and he's getting 30% defense every single time, like, he could get to good defense. Again, it's just like, he's just weak to the toughest fights. I feel like Broly's stats are high enough that, like, if they would do, like, a harder fight, but it wasn't, the boss wasn't int, Broly would probably do very well. I feel like this Broly is good. I feel like his stats just get too high to ignore. And remember, a lot of what he's doing is, it's stuff that happens on super attack. So support, like what Toa does and what Super Saiyan 4 Vegito does, just pushes Broly's damage out of this world, man. Alright, so this is Brutal Berserker Super Saiyan 4 Broly. His leader skill is Giant 8 Power, Category Key 3, and 150% to stats. His super attack is the Gigantic Destruction, which gives him 50% attack for 1 turn and 30% defense for 1 turn. So, as he does multiple supers in a turn, we'll see that attack stat really begin to creep up. He does immense damage to the enemy, and then greatly lowers enemy defense. His passive skill, Demon on the Loose, he gets 150% attack and defense when performing a super attack. He gets 2 key, and an additional has a high chance to be a super if there's another Giant 8 Power category ally in the same turn. He gets a guaranteed additional super when all allies in the turn are Giant 8 Power characters. And then he gets 30% attack and defense with each super attack performed, up to 150%. So obviously, like, once that, you're like 4 supers in there, his stats start to get ludicrously high. His links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Nightmare, Brutal Beatdown, Prepare for Battle, Saiyan Roar, and Fierce Battle. So he is a villain, but obviously his link set works perfectly with, the Vegetos and stuff, the Super Saiyan 4 characters, right? Having Saiyan Roar, Prepare for Battle, Super Saiyan, just kind of like basic stuff there. 12 key multiplier, 145%. And then real quick, so, one of the huge things about Super Saiyan 4 Broly is just how massive his stats are. Like, EZA Super Saiyan 4 Vegito and EZA Super Saiyan 4 Broly, like, across the board, they just have crazy stats. So, it's like these numbers, that Broly has, like, in his passive and stuff like that, it's just way bigger because of how high his stats are. And that's one thing about running both EZA Super Saiyan 4 Broly and Vegito on the team, is giving all that extra HP can really help. Because that's the major weakness of the Heroes team. It's not characters to tank. It's not damage. It's HP. There's no LRs on the team. That's the weakness of the Dragon Ball Hero team right now. Right? So, the ability to run the 2 characters with the highest HP in the team is good. But obviously, Broly is weak. He's just countered by all of the tough bosses right now, unfortunately, right? Then the categories Broly is on. He's on the crossover category team, okay? Broly is also on the Dragon Ball Hero team, obviously. Then Broly is on the Pure Saiyan category team. Broly is also on the Giant 8 Power category team right here. Then he's on Time Travelers. And then finally, he is on Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So, there's EZA Super Saiyan 4 Broly. I mean, he gets very good. It's just, he's, a character that gets all of his stats when he attacks, which right now is not really too good, because the toughest bosses, the bosses we really want to compare characters to, they attack you before you get a chance to attack. And all of the toughest bosses are int. Every single one of these tough fights has an int phase, which does hurt this guy, right? But, I mean, if you can, just get lucky, and, like, major attacks aren't aimed at him or something like that, if you could hide him, I mean, he will carry his weight with the amount of damage he could do. No doubt about that. So, let me know what you guys think of EZA Super Saiyan 4 Broly. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.